Hola! Welcome back. Week 3. It's over with. Done. Now in the annals of history. So, what went down? Really not a lot. For real, not a lot. Just as an observation, I'm too lazy to go back and check. It does seem like one of the more high-scoring weeks in memory. A lot of high scores out there. Uh, that's about all I've got to say for that. I think the only big injury was Big Ben, so it was a fairly calm week as far as nobody's team is now ripped apart or anything like that. So, we'll just jump right in on the action. So I played Chop. I come away with a W, 93-56. That being said, Chop. We are 3 weeks in. 3. Count them. 1, 2, 3. Twice. So this is 66.66667% of the time, rounding of course, that you have failed to take a player out of your lineup that has been ruled out. Now, week 1, Mike Evans was semi-game time. They said on Tuesday of last week that Drew Brees would not play. Who do you start at quarterback? Drew Brees. Now, of course, you lost by 40. Your bench player, or any quarterback that you might have decided to pick up and insert into that starting position, absolutely would not have scored 40. So, you would have lost anyway. Mostly because you're playing 2 Vikings receivers, again, from last week, that, the Vikings are not known for their prolific passing attack. So, for the love of God, take 10 seconds out of your week. I know you are about to witness the birth of your second child, but on the way to the hospital, pull out your phone. There, lineup set. That's all it takes. Absentee ownership is non-existent in this league other than your team. There, literally, no one else has a problem with setting a lineup. So, let's work on that for week 4. Julio Jones, my man, got me 28. Frank Gore finally did show up, so there was a bright spot, got you 20. Which, surprisingly, the week you don't play a quarterback, it is your highest point total there. But that being said, as a total, you have scored 150 points. Matt scored more than that in week 1. Ashton almost hit that number this week. So, absentee ownership, it does show, and the way it's going, you're fast tracked for the name whose trophy is currently named after. So, moving on. Ashton played Joe. Joe, I feel you, dog. You did have a good week, but Ashton scored 145. There's not a whole lot you can do with that. Aaron was the big chunk of that. Got her 44. He lit it up. LeGarrette Blount sighting for Joe. Improving on his 1 carry performance from week 2. So 26 there. Good times. Cliff and Sean, definitely the most exciting game of the week. Cliff, and I wish you'd stay up late. And Sean, I don't even know if you're alive. It's been like months since we've heard anything out of you on the group text. But I believe, now don't quote me on this, I know for the game total, there was 4 lead changes in this game. I want to say there was 3 in the fourth quarter. Or not the fourth quarter, but third and fourth. So second half. A very interesting battle between Jamal Charles and Randall Cobb. So definitely all of it in garbage time. So segue into slightly new, maybe segment or possibly permanent award per week. It has been inspired by a recent episode of The Simpsons that I happened to watch. The Garbage Man we will play the song, will be devoted to who scores in garbage time and comes with the victory. So this worked for this whole matchup. Fourth quarter, I know Chiefs were down like 30, and they just kept beating Jamal Charles. Randall Cobb was catching touchdowns left and right. It was going back and forth. Cliff does come away with the W. Sean, amigo, welcome to Below 500. Yes, first time in your short history in this league. I know it is early. You are just 1 and 2, so it's not like you are in the depths, of fantasy hell. But it is fun to say, hey, you have a losing record, my friend. Then we had Seth and James, 135 for Seth, by far his highest point total of the year. Of course, that does help when your freaking defense scores 30. That defensive front there and the freaking Cardinals happen to be just, I'm pretty sure, I know for sure, Colin Kaepernick threw more touchdowns to Arizona than he did for San Francisco yesterday. Day before yesterday. So yeah, good times there. Peyton Manning was, James just, stood, got him 22. Matt comes through with another high-scoring performance against Estes, 123 to 89. Steve Smith, yes, the same Steve Smith that I released before week 2, I believe, got him 30. Greg Olsen got Estes 25. Kind of upsets me. There were supposed to be a couple other receivers healthy and playing for Baltimore at this point. I wouldn't have dropped Steve Smith, senior, had I known that he was going to be the only receiver that was active on the entire team for the first 3 weeks. Well, no use crying in the breast milk, as Patches O'Houlihan once said. So, moving into week 4, we have Seth and Matt, 3-0. So, kind of makes you wonder what the hell is in the water up on Fire Tower Road. Steroids, so points aplenty. Not much in the way of nuts. That's what steroids do. Moving on. Week 4. I played Joe. Joe, you're 0-3. I would love for you to get a W. However, I don't want it to be against me. So, maybe we can tie and I win on tiebreakers. That would be almost like a win. Be like a very good sacrifice, I think. We'll meet in the middle. Meet that old Georgia Pine. Sean, you play Seth. Oh, you can't root for anybody in this matchup. There's just nothing but pure evil just oozing out of this. No light escapes. It's like a black hole. One is 3-0. I would love to see him get his first loss. The other is 1-2. I would love to see him go another game below 500, but, can't always get what you want. Chop plays Cliff, so Cliff, best of luck, and improving to 3-1. Chop, we'll see if you settle on it this week. Ashton, you play Estes. Estes looking to bounce back. Should be good times there. Matt plays James, so James, there was ever a time to knock off an undefeated. Matt does not currently have a quarterback that will be active next week, and Gronkowski is out, so you have a shot, amigo. Hey, that's all I got. Week 4, rock on. Myself and Tina will be here again next week sometime. Bye weeks are starting, so it's about that time to start having to shift lineups around and pray that the person you're playing has their first 3 picks on bye. As for me, I am concerned with my team. Hopefully Arian Foster being back, hopefully this week, will help. Because my flex woes have been just dreary and dreadful. So, hopefully everybody will bow down to full smaug here in a week or 2. Hey, that's all I got, fellas. Week 4. Let's make it happen. Peace, love, save the whales. Deuces. Au revoir. Pardon my French. Yeah. Bye.